Hi everybody, welcome to the Brenda B Show. Tonight is our 122nd show, and it's actually the first time we've been back in a long time, and we are going to feature John McDonald tonight. This is John. So hi everybody, John.
Hello everybody. Oh, thank you.
And we'd like to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all our friends abroad. And you know who you are, so I'm not going to mention it. But you know, I love you and thank you for being with us tonight. Tonight I'm going to talk about John and his career. Actually, I'm going to put my glasses on when we start so I can see a little bit. John graduated from Eastern Illinois University in 1975. You're a little bit older than me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not much.
I know.
A year. You know, it's always nice to have somebody older than you. But anyway, especially when you tell the world. John was a public school music teacher in Central Illinois in 1975 to 1986. He also was an Illinois State University master's program, in 1982. And he played in Peoria Symphony in 1975 to 86. What was your master's in, John?
I did my bachelor's degree in violin and my master's in viola, so I play both instruments.
Do you have a favorite?
I play a lot more viola as far as orchestral stuff is concerned, but as far as solo stuff, it's mostly violin.
They're both wonderful instruments.
Yes, they are.
And you could give everybody a peek at, you were talking about your violin the other night, while we were practicing, and how old did you say, was there a story behind that?
This is a 1968 Mesut Gozalin, made in Ankara, Turkey. Mesut Gozalin was a friend of my violin teacher from junior high through undergraduate school. My teacher's name was Sveti Kopuz. And so my parents gave me this violin as a high school graduation present. And then later on, I bought my viola from the same maker. It's a few years newer. So I have a matched pair of violin and viola by the same maker.
Well, as a musician, we know instruments are important.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Well, and I thought that was a really nice story too, because we always remember our first in life, our first gift that we have, our first graduation, and our first instruments. In 1986 to 2001, you were in orchestra management. Was that with American Symphony?
I had an internship, a fellowship with the American Symphony Orchestra League for the first year of that, 86 to 87. I was an intern in the business end of orchestra management, working with, I was with the Rochester Philharmonic and then the Grand Rapids Symphony, and I finished up with the St. Louis Symphony. It was a spectacular year.
Wow, that's awful. That's awesome. That's awful awesome. That's really cool. Anyway, now there's another thing we talked about, the management fellowship. Was that included with that when you were doing that also?
That year-long fellowship was training so that I could go into the field as a professional orchestra manager, which had me going all over the country working with orchestras there as well.
That must have been really exciting, John.
It was a really good time, yes.
Oh gosh, I actually, that's the excitement when you're, first starting out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's something else that I really wanted to talk about too. Some of the places that you played in, some of the groups that you played with. Right now, John actually showed me some of his back store tours, and they're quite impressive, let me tell you. John actually played with Smokey Robinson, Tony Bennett, Olivia Newton John, Paul Anka, Donna Summer, the Moody Blues, and Aretha Franklin. And he played in the Waterbury Symphony. Do you have any nice little stories that you'd like to talk about that? I think I have the Irish tenors here too, as I'm looking through the tour guide. And Tony Bennett, Johnny Mathis. Did I say him? What was he like?
He was wonderful. They were all class act. It was a wonderful experience to be able to play with all of those artists. The top class act I would have to give to Smokey Robinson. the closing night of every show that we did with him, he would personally come around the orchestra before the curtain went up. He would come around to the orchestra and he would hand every lady in the orchestra a dozen red roses, and every gentleman in the orchestra a magnum of champagne.
Wow.
And he would hand it to us personally and shake our hand and thank us for our services there. And so I had a deal worked out with a woman who played cello in the orchestra, and we swapped, and I took the roses home to my wife, and she took the champagne home to her husband.
What a great deal. And what a conscientious entertainer. Is he still with us now?
Yes, he is.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Well, we got Tony Bennett, Smokey Robinson. How about Donna Summer? Now, was that R&B? Now, did you...
It was Motown.
Motown?
Yeah.
And what role did you play in that?
I was a member of the orchestra, playing in the background for her.
Did you have a large orchestra?
Probably about 30, 40 instruments.
Wow. Was she pretty as person as she was?
She was very nice, yes.
I think she's beautiful. I mean, basically. Okay, so we got her, Paul Anka, Donna Summer, Tony Bennett, Aretha Franklin. What was her hit song then that you played with her?
Oh, I don't know. If you take a look at the date on that, this has been a while ago, so my memory doesn't work as well as it used to.
Oh my God! Not just you, all of us.
Yes.
Well, any particular stories that you want to talk about that, John, before we get into the music segment of our...
I'm ready to play.
Well, okay, well, I want to also later give a little talk about the Doobie Brothers also.
Okay.
When we get done. What are we starting off with now?
We are starting off with a tune entitled Ashokan Farewell, and the funny thing about this piece is that I used to mispronounce it all the time. I would call it Ashokan Farewell, and that is the wrong pronunciation. But as I understand the story, Ashokan was a small community in a valley in upstate New York that was the victim of flooding due to, and it wasn't an accident, it wasn't Mother Nature, it was by design. They built a dam for hydroelectric power, and in the process of so doing, they had to Ashokan wound up being underneath the lake that was made by that dam, so thus the farewell to Ashokan.
Wow. Well, I look forward to hearing it.
Here we go.
John. I'm sure our audience loved it too. John also, you're a conductor also right here in the community where we live. Tell everybody about that.
I am the conductor of the Lake Fairways Chorus. When I began conducting the chorus, it was the Lake Fairways Men's Chorale, and as time went on, we started diminishing ranks of the men, and so we invited the ladies to join us, and it turned out to be a wonderful move on the chorus's part to have a full mixed chorus. So we put on a show every December for the holidays, and sometimes we put on a spring show as well. It's a great deal of fun.
I know. I have asked you several times to play, and everybody in the community. Actually, we're going to do a concert now. You call it a what are you calling that?
Soiree musicale, yes.
So we're doing a little live soiree musicale tonight, and I've been trying to get Mr. McDonald John to play for a long time, and he's great. He's greatly. I'm grateful that he said yes. So we have everybody looking forward to tonight. John, this next song you're playing is in a day of life of a fool. I can relate.
Oh, I think we all can at some point or other. The original title is in, I believe, Spanish, or it might be Brazilian or Portuguese, that is, and that is Manhã de Carnaval. But it is very much of a samba feel to it, and it's just a delight to play.
Well, we can't wait to hear it. It's funny how relaxing and calming listening to the violin can be. It's just awesome. I remember
Thank you.
I had tickets a long time ago to the Kimmel Center, and the company had a box, and nobody wanted me to go with them because I kept falling asleep. And my ex-husband had to keep flagging me because I was snoring. I'm trying to keep awake tonight. This is beautiful, but now we're going to step it up a little bit, aren't we?
Yes, we are. This is an Irish folk tune. The title is Lord Inchiquin.
Okay. This reminds me of being in Ireland and going to the pubs. I've been to Ireland a couple times. I've been very fortunate, but actually one was a business trip, so the other one was for pure enjoyment. And in the pubs, they actually play these songs, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. My wife and I went on vacation, a 2-week tour of the Western Ireland along the Wild Atlantic Way. And so every evening we would have a music session. It was designed as a music tour, and it was led by Irish tenor Robbie O'Connell and Irish fiddle player Rose Clancy, and they would invite local musicians to come in and join them in performances each evening wherever we happened to be. And a couple of those evening sessions, they were nice enough to include me and invite me to play. So it was a wonderful trip, wonderful people, and I really I want to thank Rose and Robbie for their wonderful hospitality on those trips.
Well, they are some talented musicians.
Mm-hmm.
One of my best friends all my life, John, was a Catholic priest. We met Father Barry in high school, and we continued our friendship for many years. Not telling how many.
Yeah, there you go.
But he actually played the spoons.
Oh, okay.
Did they play the spoons in the Irish pubs when you went there?
I think there were a few times where we actually saw somebody playing the spoons, yeah. And when it sounds kind of silly at first, but if you get somebody who really knows what they're doing, it's quite impressive.
Oh, I know. I really enjoyed listening to him. Now, what this next song here that we're having is "Give Me Your Hand." Can you tell us a little bit about this?
The original title is in Gaelic, and it's Taver Dom Do Lam, and translates to "Give Me Your Hand." I don't know the full story of the tune, but I'm guessing some young man is asking some young woman to be his bride. So
oh, how romantic!
We'll see how well he fares.
God willing. Here we go with "Give Me Your Hands." I sure hope she said yes.
Let's hope so, yeah.
Yes. Well, moving forward, our next song is going to be playing Farewell to Mystic Harbor. I know I've been to Mystic Harbor. Is there a story for you?
My wife and I moved here to Florida from Connecticut. Excuse me for just a second, I gotta switch to the phone. So we lived in New Haven. We had a summer cottage in the Colchester area, and the Colchester East Haddam area was due north of Mystic, and so every now and then we would go down to Mystic and tour the sites. So it's absolutely beautiful. There was one year where they were having the tall ships parade. Was just absolutely amazing when we saw that all the ships were sailing out of Boston and down to New York City, and they came right through Long Island Sound, and so it was absolute delight to see those tall ships coming through. So
To our overseas friends, this is a beautiful waterway. What is the waterway that runs through there? What is that exactly?
It is, well, it's the Atlantic Ocean until you get between Connecticut and Long Island. Then it's Long Island Sound.
So a lot of our friends out there are from overseas. So we have a lot of people from the Philippines, and my friends in Japan, I guess, are way no beautiful water.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our friends in Kuwait and all over the world, and Australia. So, and we're singing these songs for you tonight too, for our Christmas song. I hope I didn't. Well, Deems, did I miss anybody? Japan, Lady B, Marvin, Salo, Jason Regalia, The Storms, all of our friends abroad who have these wonderful adventures. And right now we're going to get ready to sing John, Farewell to Mystic Harbor. A beautiful place to adventure to. Well, that is beautiful. Gems, Sir Marvin, Sir Rusty, when you come here, when you come here on tour, I hope to take you to Mystic. And if this is any indication of how beautiful it is with music, I can't wait for you to see it in person. John, where are we going right down now? How many more songs do we have to?
We've got one left. And this one is pretty much my signature tune. It's a piece called Mountain Spring. I first heard it performed by an ensemble by the name of Barrage. If your audience is familiar with the Broadway show Stomp, where they use 5-gallon buckets and mops and brooms to play a percussion show and garbage can lids and all kinds of crazy stuff. So Stomp is for percussion. There was a brass show called Blast and a fiddle show called Barrage. And so my wife and I first saw Barrage perform in New Haven, Connecticut. And this was one of the tunes that they did that night and that I've been playing ever since. And my wife absolutely loves this tune. So Vicki, this one is for you. Had a little technical snafu there. I've been playing from music, and just as we started that, my page blew over.
I should have held it
Fortunately, that tune I have memorized.
Well, John, since this is our Christmas show, is there anything that you would like to say out there to the world, to our friends?
I would love to thank you for the opportunity to share my music with all of you out there, and thank Brenda for allowing me this opportunity to be with you on this holiday season, and it's been my pleasure to give you some music today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. And to you, my friends, I'd like to thank the Erasmus Star musicians, my family, my friends, James Palmer, my engineer, and even my ex-husband for watching the dog. And I want to our team today, but most of all, thank you for coming with us and getting through this pandemic together. I need you to know I love each and every one of you, and thank you for being with me this time, and thank you for the contributions that you've made to the world to make a better place. And I love you all. Thank you. Do you want to do this? Hey, you know what? Tonight we're gonna be. Are we still gonna go live tonight? Tonight we're gonna try to do our best to go live at our soiree. We're gonna be on a little bit after 7, God willing. And again, thank you for joining us tonight.